How's it hanging, dudes? Dudettes. All right, so we're gonna get right into this. I just want to play a small clip from Jimmy Dore just to set the context, set the stage for how bad Bernie just fucking screwed his own fan base. I've known about this for a couple days. Hey, let's just get into it, and I'll give you my my air quotes analysis afterwards. Let's go ahead.
So you did a Twitter thread today, and you talked about Bernie's closest advisor, his campaign manager in 2016, Jeff Weaver, who was still writing press releases for Bernie as of Monday of this week, is starting a super PAC. It was just mind blowing. But here's the Twitter thread that you put out. So let me just read. I'm just going to read some of it. You did like 30 tweets. I think I have like 8 or 10 of them. You say Jeff Weaver is also the guy who convinced Bernie and Jane to start taking billionaire money at Our Revolution in August 2016. So now Our Revolution was the organization that Bernie set up to push for progressive candidates. I was there, meaning you. If I and the rest of the staff hadn't walked out in protest, they would have gone ahead with it. That's why we resigned. The worst part is that Jeff Weaver, again, Bernie's closest and longest advisor, wanted to use the organization's 501c4 status to take billionaire money without telling grassroots donors about it. All the while continuing to sign every email and piece of merchandise with "paid for by Our Revolution, not the billionaires." Asking millions of poor and working class people who had just poured their heart and soul into the Bernie campaign to give more while not telling them we were taking billionaire money on the side is one of the worst things I've ever been asked to do. So are you saying that the people working at Our Revolution were being asked to not disclose that they were taking billionaire money and actively lied to their own supporters by saying we're not funded by billionaires? You were saying that the Bernie Sanders organization wanted you to do that?
It wasn't as explicit as you just put it, but it was implicit.
Oh my God! Okay, so there you have it. Apologize, my neighbor is out there mowing his grass, but hey, this is supposed to be a free country, and he's allowed to do that, and I'll just have to deal with it. Bernie secretly agreed to take billionaire money. Oh, and everybody in Our Revolution had to threaten to resign to get him to not do that. I urge you all to go to Jimmy Dore's channel and check out the interview for itself. But I just want to give my 2 cents here. Is it a Manchurian candidate? I don't know. But what has happened to our rising stars, the Democratic Party? What has happened to Bernie Sanders? What has happened to Tulsi Gabbard? What has happened to even Andrew Yang rubbing shoulders with Tom Perez? What is going on here? Are they all playing ball with the establishment? What do they all have? Does the establishment all have dirt on them? Are they so afraid of losing their power that they can't stand up and do what's right? But in the meantime, they were pretending to do what's right to get political capital, and now all of a sudden it's just eroded away. Why is Jeff Weaver even? Why is the first time I've heard about this? Why is Jeff Weaver even part of? Let's just Google Jeff Weaver just for shiggles, shits and giggles, All right, let's do it. All right, Jeff Weaver. Jeff Weaver is an American political strategist who served as campaign manager for Bernie Sanders' 2016 presidential campaign, advisor for Bernie Sanders' 2020 presidential campaign. Let's see. Let's do Wikipedia because that don't tell me much. He was anti-apartheid activist. Careers, campaign staffer. So, whoa. So who's got to him then? Because it seems like he's not working for any corporation. He doesn't have any corporate ties. So he's convincing Bernie to take billionaire money. What? Bernie has raised so much money by not taking billionaire money. What billionaire would give to Bernie anyways? All he's going to do is take their money. Whoa, this makes no sense. See, this is what I'm trying to say, guys. Stop accepting the status quo. We need to walk away from both parties. We need to turn our backs completely. This shit is bullshit. It's bogus. You guys have got to wake up to all of this. This is 100% unacceptable. Hold Bernie Sanders' feet to the fire. Where is Tulsi Gabbard at when they said, why are they voting for that for the biggest wealth transfer to the top 1% in human history? You know, I had a commenter talk about how Trump recently nationalized the Federal Reserve and how that's a good thing. Yes, that's a good thing. You know, many presidents have died trying to do that, literally. But what you're failing to realize is that all that money from the Federal Reserve, or the Federal Reserve can tap into from future taxpayer dollars, right? Borrow from the future to pay debts today. It's only tapped by the oligarchs, by the corporations. It's not tapped by us. You can't just go walk up and demand a federal loan because you're a sovereign citizen. You can't do that. But a corporation can go, oh, we had a bump in our sales, so I need $600 billion. And the Federal Reserve goes, okay, yes, master. Oh, okay, what happened to all the trillions of dollars you're putting into the bank? Just because you have your tax returns and you fudge it to where it looks like you haven't made any money doesn't mean that you're not making money. There's no way that you can open all these stores without making. It's the whole thing is a sham, people. You have to wake up, protest, revolt, do whatever you have to do. Civil disobedience, I don't care, but people need to start waking up to realizing how bad you're getting screwed, man. And look, it's not because you're gonna vote for Trump. No, screw Trump, screw Bernie, screw them all, man. Screw them all. I mean, there's people think like Yang is trying to play both sides, trying to play the game and to curry favor for the establishment. But at what cost? At what cost? At what point do you get compromised? If you're unwilling to call out people like Tom Perez for what he done to you, you really think that he's not going to do that to you again if you uphold the same beliefs next time around? Or are you going to tailor your... This whole thing is mind-numbingly atrocious. It's morally repugnant to not call out this bullshit. And that's what it is. It's horse shit. That's what it is. And, you know, Jimmy Dore is one of the only people calling this kind of shit out, man. Calling it for what it is, you know. And he's a hardcore Bernie bro, okay? Hardcore. One thing I don't like about Jimmy is that he was all like, I don't understand UBI, so I'm not on board with Yang. And then all of a sudden, you know, this coronavirus happens, and he's like, UBI, which of course we need, but you wasn't a fan of UBI until you needed it. But you didn't realize we needed it the whole time, you know. So, oh man, this whole thing is a delusional farce of a society that we've created. And, you know, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I appreciate you. I love you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.